I didn't even know we were going to do something today because somebody pushed me off the schedule and then told me like 10 minutes before I had to get ready that we were going to
Business
do
is
something.
business.
So annoying.
No, I didn't. That's not how it went down. Stop playing. Welcome back to another segment of According to My Wife. Today's topic is going to be most common misconceptions about marriage. And today, sitting alongside me is my beautiful wife,
Hello.
Hawaiian Nora. Big round of applause. Woo! Let's go.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So today I wanted to go over some of the most common misconceptions about marriage because there is a lot of people talking about how marriage affects the relationship in a negative way. So I kind of want to shed some light on a few of them.
Um, like what?
Okay,
First of
so
all, who's saying marriage? What is it? Influences a marriage or what in a bad way?
it's not that it's all bad, it's that people don't get married because of these misconceptions.
So people are rather date than be married. Is that what you're saying?
Or not be in a relationship at all.
So be single.
Yeah.
You have statistics to back this up?
Anyways, we're going to talk about oh, happy couples never fight. That's one of them.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah. I'd be ready to choke them.
That's a misconception.
Yes, that people think sometimes that
The couples don't
just
fight.
because you're happy,
We fought on
you
the
don't.
way here when we were about to make this podcast
For what reason?
because she feels I am, what's the word, unorganized when it comes
Yes,
to
he's
scheduling.
very
So
unorganized.
apparently I have to schedule her first. So we'll do that from now on.
Mm. He just
So
decided to tell me for fun.
no. So a misconception is that happy couples don't
Never
fight.
fight. Yeah, so this is opposite of what we're saying, people who don't want to get married because of it. This is people think that happy couples do not fight. So,
What qualifies you as a happy couple?
I guess one that doesn't seem like they fight in public or
So
on social media or
lovable pictures on social media. That's
yeah,
the trick. Shit, if it's according to that, everybody's happy.
exactly. So, what do you think? You think that happy couples don't fight?
Um, I don't know. That's a trick question because I would consider us to be a happy couple,
I
and
think
we still fight.
yes. I think happy couples fight and that's actually healthy because otherwise
What?
it's healthy.
If
It's
you're a
healthy to
fucking
fight.
psychopath,
It's healthy to fight because otherwise, how will you know how you get through those things with the person?
by having a simple conversation and saying, "Hey,
Sometimes
I don't like
it's
this.
no,
Maybe
sometimes
we
it's a
shouldn't do it
fight.
like this." We don't need to fight.
It
I'm not a fighter though.
depends.
So, in our relationship, I am the laid back one. I don't fight. I just go with the flow.
He's too nonchalant.
Somebody here though loves to fight.
I don't love to fight. I'm very passionate.
It's sport in our house.
No, it's not. It's not sport. Goodbye. I think it has a lot to do with how a couple resolves their disagreements.
By fighting.
Obviously, you can do that, but it has to
Yes.
be respectful. So unless I'm calling you a dumbass because you think stupid, then I think we can talk about things and disagree. I think I
Yeah.
should have been on a debate team.
You're losing this one.
No, I'm not.
Hold on. 'Cause I'm confused. You're telling
You're
me
always
that in
confused.
order to be happy, fighting is necessary.
No, I did not say that. This is where men don't listen. I didn't say that. I said that happy couples
Mhm.
fight, but
Yes.
it's healthy because the way you go about it. You're going to disagree about things, so it's going to be considered a fight if you go back and forth,
Yeah, but
right?
who's going about it? Because That's my
Oh,
stance on it.
wait a minute. You're telling me you don't get defensive or argue?
No, I think everybody fights. I think everybody has a something that might trigger a argument or a situation. But what
Mhm.
I'm saying is, in a couple, in our couple, so that I can be more specific, I rather not fight because I think that at our stage, we're no longer fighting over the things we would have fought at 23, 24 years old.
I
So
understand.
now, at this age, at this stage, I'd rather not fight. I'd rather just, hey, what is it that you want me to do? And
Yeah,
how
but
do you want me to do
sometimes
it?
it turns into a fight because you don't agree with me. You see?
Because it is sport in our house. My
So we have
wife
to
loves it.
find a compromise, but sometimes you're too nonchalant and you're like, "Oh no, it's not that big of a deal."
This topic right here could turn into a fight. Yes.
Okay, so anyways, let's move
So,
on.
okay. No, hold on before we move on.
Oh, so
Fighting?
you want to fight.
No, no, no. I want to be clear. I want to have that point checked off.
Happy couples fight, guys.
Yes. Well, I agree with that.
They
I,
fight.
I agree that the best of couples fight because it's almost like it has to be a thing. But I disagree with the it's healthy
It is healthy because otherwise, how do you navigate through what you do with your partner? I'll be honest,
by not fighting.
we fight about stupid things, which that's actually not bad considering it could be big things that like change the relationship dynamic or, take us further. But I think when we fight over stupid things, it's like more frustrating now because what are we even talking about?
My point exactly.
Well, yeah. Let's hear it.
So, according
You said you're
to
putting the camera or the mic?
The
just a
mic.
mic.
Okay. Put the main camera on. I want to see reactions here when she's defeated by what you're about to read.
So, it's saying, according to psychologists and research, yes, happy couples do fight. In fact, research shows that healthy relationships average 1 to 3 arguments a week.
Oh.
Yeah, but that
So
doesn't mean
was
it's
this
healthy.
reaction for?
That
But
means they
wait,
average it.
there's more.
They're not a healthy
Please
couple.
wait, hold on.
If
Please keep reading.
The difference between thriving and failing relationship is not the amount of conflict, but the way arguments are handled.
didn't I just say that?
I think I said that.
I think it was him.
Yeah.
I said that the way we argue,
No, you said the
I said
argument is healthy.
respectful. I said all those things make a difference. I did say that.
Last sentence. This is a kicking one right here.
Uh,
It is about fighting for understanding rather than fighting to win.
ooh, 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 ooh. I think Jose has a response for everything, right? I could be telling him something and he's not listening to what I'm saying. He's processing what he's going to tell me in response to what I just said. And that grinds my gears. So, if we're on the subject of healthy couples arguing, that is one of the things that I think you can agree to that you are
Sure.
someone who responds instead of
But I believe that that goes with what John just read. I'm not trying to, when I respond to things, it's not to fight, it's to explain or to bring light on the topic of
Mhm,
whatever the hell we're fighting about. But whatever, happy couples fight.
there we go. The next one, another misconception about marriage is that spouses should fulfill every need. So thinking, oh, okay, because you're married, that partners have everything figured out because you should be able to fulfill my needs and I should be able to fulfill your needs. Do we think that's true? Or do we think it's the same as if you were dating?
Um, Again, are you trying to trick me with these questions?
No, I'm not. But if you answer them wrong, you might have to sleep with one eye
Well,
open.
I think that on that, I think off the bat, initially you don't fulfill everything or every need, but that is the process of being in a relationship. It's to try to fulfill whatever the desires or needs are of your partner. So, but again, off rip, it's impossible to make that happen because nobody dates somebody and automatically know them to their full potential.
No,
So
there's no disagreement there. It's just
yeah.
like
So how the hell is that a misconception?
it's a misconception that people think that just because you are married, your
Mhm.
spouse fulfills your like every need.
Oh, you're saying like you've been married 15 years, it's expected that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like I'll give you an example. Spouses fulfill your every need. Puts a lot of pressure in the relationship for several reasons. Number 1, let's talk about being a best friend. So when I got with you, I I wouldn't say we were at that level of best friendship that I met you in 3, 4 years ago, right?
compared to 2012, 2013?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so do you think it's a lot of pressure that I put on you to have that best friendship? Do you think that's something that is fair from a spouse?
I think it's expected.
Not everyone is in a relationship that they feel like their spouse is their best friend though.
Yeah, but we're not talking about topics that bad relationships go through. We're talking about topics that good relationships go through and what's expected and what's not. So misconceptions. Yeah. So I
Do we
think,
have to share the same friends all the time?
do we have to share the same friends?
Mhm.
Oh, that's a
Think
good
about
one.
your answer.
Well, hold on, because I don't think we have to share the same friends all the time. But I think there is a border. Is it a border? Not a border, or
Align.
a line
Mhm.
that cannot be crossed when it comes to having specific friends.
Elaborate.
Ah, shit, that's about as deep as I go. I think.
No, what's the line? What is it that you're saying? What line is there?
Um, I don't know. Like, let's say, for me to develop a female best friend at this stage in our marriage and life, I don't think it's a thing that would.
It was never a thing, honey. You was never gonna have a female best friend in your life
Okay.
after me.
Well, people can say otherwise. People can think that they're allowed or that they should have female best
Do you
friends.
think that I should have a male best friend?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's our life, our marriage, how we did it.
Right, but is there's a reason, right?
Yeah,
Why?
because
Let's talk about that.
we set boundaries from the jump in our relationship.
So, when I first met Jose, we had this thing about if we had any male or female friends, they were shared between us, basically. Like he wouldn't go off and have like a female best friend. I wouldn't go off and have a male best friend or have that company because boundaries, right? One day someone can be your best friend, and another day they could have developed feelings that were inappropriate in your relationship. We agreed to what else? Not having people on our social medias that were in one point or another connected to
Say it.
us.
Not she didn't want me to follow no hoes.
And he didn't want me to follow no dudes.
Well, how the fuck is this a misconception?
It is because it's about sharing. It's about the company that you share
So
and the
people
company
think that you should.
it's within the topic of that, right? Because it's a lot of pressure for sometimes a spouse to be expected to fulfill all of those needs, friendship, man of the house or woman who works and takes care of the house, interests, maybe hobbies. We should share the same hobbies all the time. Like it's that kind of thing. Like just because you're married, you shouldn't have to share everything, correct? You should still have your own independence in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, these are all opinions. By the way, I don't want to stir the pot, but yeah, I think, for example, like if a misconception is that a couple should do everything together, I disagree. I would say that no, we could do a lot together, but there are things that I'm gonna enjoy on my own. There are things that you should enjoy on your own, and to me, there's no issues there, unless or until there are boundaries that are crossed or lines that are crossed that we would have had in place. So it gets too technical. This
Well,
is a scary topic.
it's not a scary topic. I think, like I've always told you, what my rule of thumb is, at least for our marriage and the boundaries that we've placed with each other, is if you're going to have a friend that is not in the same company as you, for example, has something to lose, they're in a relationship, or they're married or something like that, um that it's just a little harder to move with ease, right? Because if, for example, you have a single friend that you're around all the time that wants to do single things, and you're a married man, what does that do to the dynamic?
Those are not misconceptions.
It is about having differences in,
Yeah, but
again,
everybody, we can all have them because just because I'm married, I'm not, and I meet somebody and he's single, I'm not like, hey, you and I cannot be friends.
right? But I'm definitely going to be watching how your friend, your single friend moves, right?
I mean, but
And
we do that regardless in life because could be married friends that be off the hook.
I agree with that.
So no, I think there's a little bit of everything that could be. Just obviously, all of it will be the boundary. So yeah,
Is jealousy okay in a relationship?
jealousy okay in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's the word I'm looking for? There has to be the proper balance of jealousy. I believe
What causes jealousy, do you think?
a lot
Like,
past issues, lying. Yeah,
but is there a sense of healthy jealousy in a relationship, you think?
I guess yes, yeah. I'll say yeah.
Are you a jealous person?
Not really.
Mm.
To a certain extent, that's what I'm saying. Why you think I'm a jealous person?
Nah, I don't think so.
So
I think I can be, but
why the fuck am I the only one answering questions?
because I'm aware of what we're talking about.
No. Do you think jealousy is necessary in a relationship?
I think if you're not jealous to some extent, and again, a healthy form of jealousy, you don't really care about the your partner in the way that, like, and this is my opinion, you don't really care about your partner in the way that you could lose them. I guess that's kind of how I see jealousy, really, is like, if I'm not jealous enough to think that I could lose you to something, then
So almost like
it's like being on your toes.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say just now.
Yeah, like being on your toes in a relationship, because I think that is another misconception, is that people do not think that they lose that. Like, oh, okay, you're married. Like, it's almost like it's boring, or like none of those things really change.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, yeah, I can see that being a huge misconception.
the jealousy, or
That, but the whole like you're married, so now it's boring. So you lose the jealousy aspect or the healthy jealousy aspect if there's such a thing. But like, yeah. So I think that's probably a huge misconception is that marriage is boring
mm,
or that life gets boring after that because you no longer club
enjoy
or
things.
or yeah, well no, because you enjoy things.
No, but like enjoy
You
them
don't enjoy
as,
single people things
yeah.
anymore. Yeah, so I guess if you're into that mindset or if you're looking at it like that, or if you are a young couple that's thinking, oh shit, we're about to get married, so the fun stops. I
Mm,
think that that's a big misconception.
I agree. While we're on the topic of jealousy, would you ever be do you think that if, God forbid, something happened to you, I should be remarried?
Something happened to me, like if I die.
Yes,
Oh,
hypothetically speaking, would you be okay with me remarrying?
yeah. I wouldn't give a fuck. I'll be dead.
It's a question that I'm asking you while you're alive because we're talking about jealousy. We're talking about things that, you know, like, would you want me to be happy?
Yes, but I don't think I would care much.
Fair. Okay.
I mean, am I tripping? Would
I think
you?
I I wouldn't want you to get remarried. I would say that right now.
You wouldn't want me to
I
get
don't care if
remarried?
I'm dead.
So what the fuck
You're
am I
gonna
supposed to
love me
do?
until the end of time. There's nobody else. We talked about this in the last podcast, did we not?
About
I am your person.
yeah,
I
but we
guess
never
so.
brought up, hey, if I am no longer here, not like moved away, but we're talking if you pass away, I wouldn't want to remarry anyway.
There we go. That's the answer I was looking for. That should have led with it.
I'll be a 50-year-old hoe though, I'll tell you that.
Like your
What?
dad.
Like my dad. Oh, shit. Yeah, what? If I'm yeah, we're talking crazy here, right? But if you're gone, I wouldn't want to remarry, but I'm not gonna sit there every day and at the cemetery crying over a grave.
I
I
think
wouldn't expect you to do it either. I would expect you to just do your thing. So yeah.
I think the thing is, like, obviously I'm not saying it because that's my intent is to look for somebody else, but we talked about obviously growing old together or like being old alone, so to speak. Like, I think that's a lonely road to go down, but I think also we were talking about like soulmates and how,
Yeah.
like you only find one of them or do you find multiple? Um and okay, last but not least, a lot of people say marriage is hard. Would you say marriage is hard?
A lot of people say that marriage is hard as what? As a
Like people who are
misconception?
in marriages are like this is us tying all of that from a marriage standpoint for people who do think that being married and their misconceptions that we just talked about. Would you say marriage is hard based on your point of view?
Hell yeah, marriage is hard. But well, you don't wait, you don't think it's hard?
I think life is hard.
I mean, it's all
I
the
think
same
marriage
shit.
should
We're
be.
married, so we're doing life together. So yeah, I think marriage is hard. I think but it's like everything else, you gotta work, you know? Having a business is hard. Shit. Waking up and going to work and doing anything you gotta do is hard. So if you want to do something good with your life or day, you work hard at it. So if you're married and you want a good marriage, you gotta work. So yeah, that's not a misconception.
I wouldn't say
That's real
I think
life.
everything is hard to an extent, but I think based on the partner that you choose, marriage can be a lot easier than life itself, so it matters who you're choosing to be your partner. Fair.
Yes, I guess I agree, but I disagree.
I think the hardest part was the hill of growth for us to simultaneously meet at the
Yeah.
same time.
Well, to that add life, add situations, add um being together in the military, to that add family situations, to that add you coming into Jacob's life when he was young. Like all that is hard. But that's I guess that's my point to it. It's when you work at all that, we can make it a good thing. So I don't think I disagree with that being a misconception. I think that that is a proper ideology, I guess, when it comes to marriage. But if it's not something that should determine somebody wanting to be married or not, I guess if that's along the same lines of the topic.
Yeah, because we can say that for dating, people who are dating, and people who are married.
I
It's all
would
the same.
fucking hate to date right now, today's day and age.
I would do. So don't get no ideas.
Oh no, I just said it. I said if you pass, I'm not dating. I'm not doing none of that shit ever again.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about in the marriage is, and you touched on it, family, right? I think, and I can say this very openly, I'd say that Jose and I's arguments in our marriage are basically based on like familial things, mostly our family, like how we parent. Would you agree?
How we parent, yes.
Mm,
Big
that's
argument.
like he says that all I want to do is argue, and I argue for sport, and this is what he's talking about. We're not on the same page about parenting.
We are,
Mm,
because I agree with your methods.
okay, no, you
You just
don't.
don't agree with mine.
His method is to do absolutely nothing, guys. So yeah, please don't do that. But also understand that I understand that there's, how do you say that? Like, I wouldn't even want to say non-confrontational is a thing in parenting, but I do think that that is something that you work on or try to work on, right? Because you know that parenting comes with some,
Yeah, you have to. There comes a time, especially with the age groups that these kids are getting into now.
right.
But I am very laid back. I talk to my kids a lot. I don't put hands on my kids. I am very easy talking, I guess. Can you say that?
That's all he does, guys.
I just, I believe in building the kids up. I don't believe in the automatic explosion or explosiveness in reprimanding or whatever, right? So I'm a half glass full kind of guy. So I look at everything in life that way. So especially my kids.
Do you think it requires you to be more assertive in?
Yes, which is why I have you.
Okay. So I think that's where
Good cop, bad cop.
the good cop is off.
What you mean the good cop is off?
He's off on his work days.
No.
Um, I think a lot of people, so when we came on last, I asked people to put out subjects and things. So obviously I'm like throwing things in that have to do with our family dynamic because people want to know a lot more about us. So one of them being obviously family. So we've brought up that I've been with Jose since Jacob was 3. And I met him for the first time when I was already pregnant with Halia. And somebody asked, which I know you love this because we've talked about this subject before, what it's like to raise a boy and a girl. Like, what is the, do you find it easier for one or the other as far as like the gender's concerned? Because we have both.
Easier. Oof. I don't know. I don't know if it's easier. I think that's tough. I guess from my son, I don't expect much in the sense of, oh, this is a weird way to. I'm trying to figure out how to put it. But I was always told you raise a son to be a man of the house and to eventually start a family and do his own thing. And then I was taught that if you raise a daughter, you're raising her so some random motherfucker could come and take her away from you, you know? So I guess with my son, I'm teaching him how to lead, how to be a man, how to handle situations, how to act, all that stuff. But then with my daughter, I'm trying to teach her what she deserves and what she should expect from a man. So it's complete, it's night and day. As far as one being harder than the other, I'm also not that kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy that's like, oh my God, somebody's gonna come and make her fall in love one day, or no boyfriends until you're married type of shit. I don't. I think it's inevitable. I think that's obviously everybody is gonna go through that time. And I think as long as I do my part and I show her a very, very high standard, I could only bank on the fact that she'll make the right decisions when that time comes. So one being harder than the other, not for me.
Somebody also asked us if we wanted any more kids.
It's the camera on me. Fuck no. To the what's the highest power that I can go to on a math term?
I have no idea.
To the highest fucking power in math. Fuck no, no more kids. We got a damn dog that Jesus, I'm hopefully she will not go soon because that's fucked up, but that's it. No more dogs. And then we got a cat recently, and the cat's cool, but yeah, no more pets, no more kids, no more nothing. We work too hard. We're about to enjoy life. More kids for you, honey?
No. That was a disagreement at one point because
Huge
I
one.
thought I wanted another one. I think I kind of just
For
went off
multiple
of.
reasons too. Because you said you wanted a boy, and I always said, which is weird because being from a Spanish background, John can agree or could probably attest to this. Puerto Rican dads don't necessarily, at least the ones that I was always around on, never really claimed like that they wanted daughters. They always wanted boys, right? Having a daughter was like something scary, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna date this or that. After I had my daughter, and this is not to say that I don't love my son or anything, my son is the light of my eyes, but the love that a father gets from the daughter, it is completely different than what you get away with, for example, my son who's 16. Like I dap him up. Like he doesn't.
So you don't think it's the other way around for me if I said, "Oh, I want a boy," because that would be
So
similar.
no, I disagree. We're not doing that. Anyway, it's too late in the game for
You
this.
technically have one already. It's just I didn't get to experience that.
No. But yeah, no, the love you get from a daughter is just different. Like the bonding that you create, it's different. And again, not to say that I don't have that with my son, but it's just very different. Uh Topic wise, everything. So I always said that if we were blessed to have another kid, I would, and if I could ever choose, I would choose a daughter, which a lot of my boys were like, "What? You would do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, like having a daughter changed my life." We've spoken about this before. I'm extremely selfish. I I came from a beautiful family, but my dad wasn't the type to date my mom, give random hugs or do random things. So I never saw that coming up. And we're a household of boys, men. So I never had that. My daughter broke me down. I learned to say I love you at any random time of the day. I learned to give hugs. I learned to give kisses. I learned to do all that stuff. So yeah, that changed my life.
It's beautiful, actually. I live vicariously through watching
Get the fuck out of
Jose
here.
love on Halia because, that's a that's a topic for another time. But all right. So the
Which,
next
by the way, punch me, John. Reason she says that is because she has daddy issues.
shut the fuck up.
I want that to be a topic one day.
I can't with you. Um so I wanted to go cuz there's a few things that people were asking that I kind of like tied into some of what we're speaking about as far as like our triumphs or fails throughout like time. So a few people know us to have uh businesses, right? One of the questions from someone who asked about how business goes for us is um, our biggest financial mistakes. And I wanted to kind of touch on that one because I felt like that was a very interesting question.
Our biggest financial mistakes.
Hmm.
Shit. There's a lot. I got way too many.
Yeah. Um,
Uh,
I think though, without them, if I'm being fair, because this is what I obviously responded. Um, to be fair, if we didn't have the financial mistakes that we made, we wouldn't have ch- like altered the way we encountered them the next time.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Like we
you're.
actually learned
Yeah.
from them instead of just like repeating them.
Yeah. I mean, that's expected. I believe in life. You make a mistake, you learn from it, right? It's a saying. But I was actually having a conversation with my cousin earlier about not making mistakes yourself and learning through other people's mistakes. So,
Mhm.
like, the conversation was actually this. We were talking about, well, if I go to explain to somebody how or what is needed to open up a restaurant, the checklist that I'm giving them is gonna be crazy,
Mhm.
and they might be able to tell me, "Well, shit, you didn't do it like that," and that's exactly when I'll say, "Yes, but I made all these mistakes because I didn't have,
Right.
you
The
know,
guidance or
a,
like a
a
blueprint.
business plan
Yeah.
or a financial plan or any of that." So, yeah, way too many mistakes financially. Oh my God, Jesus, way too
Well,
many.
the same person also asked if we had any kind of business background, like examples before we decided to go on this endeavor.
I had a few um, that I cannot speak on in camera, but yes, I had a few. Uh, I had a very good entrepreneurship. I guess not role models, but people that I saw, examples that I saw. My father always worked for himself and his own, and was a truck driver for years, and yeah, so I that's about as far as that goes because we had no experience in restaurant, we had no experience in actual business before the military. For me, I was working shitty ass jobs, nothing really. I didn't go to college, so it's not like I chased a career or anything. So
Yeah, so on
yeah, you
my
joined the military right after high
yeah,
school,
on
so
my end, I don't think I knew anyone in direct line. I mean, I had one of my mom's close friends at the time. She was a business owner as far as like she was a dentist, so she had an office, right? But
yeah, well, that's wild.
I mean, I think I was about 16 when like met her and I kind of got inspired by it. I didn't end up going to college. I joined the military and I tried to do some school, but yeah, no background for me. Um the other one, social media and business. How is it to work together as a couple? That was one of them.
Lovely.
Yeah.
We've been over this before. We in the restaurant, fuck no. We separated that quick.
Yeah,
Not because of anything bad, just I think we were spending too much time together.
mm, I don't think so.
We were. We went from
I think we spend more time together now than we did when we worked.
yeah, but
There's
we
a
weren't
difference though.
working.
Again, you see how the parenting thing was something between Jose and I? Now we're talking about, again, it's the disciplinary aspect that Jose lacks that I have full control over because Jose lacks it. I have to overcompensate. But I think that was like a thing. Restaurant wise, it was difficult to work together because we disagreed on a lot of things and I had to pick my battle. Like, did I want to fight with you about work at work? Did I want to fight with you at home about what with the kids? Like, what was it? And I just said, you know what? This is not it because obviously, like,
Yeah, but it was also the time too.
yeah,
Because if we were to work in the restaurant now, it would work amazing. So again, all of it comes with time and just the
but guess what?
trials and all
That
that.
change was.
What do you mean?
Guess what that change was?
What changed?
It's that you had to learn that you needed to be more disciplined in ways.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't have
I'm going to share something actually about this restaurant thing. The reason we couldn't work together, and I totally understand, right? Jose is very open-minded. But when we first started in the restaurant, it was a lot of hard work. No one had days off because we were grinding. Like basically we were waiting to open the restaurant for what, 2, 3 months before it actually opened.
yeah.
And so we were like out of money, we were out of time, we were out of all these things and we were pushing. And so we're all working. And in Jose's mind, he's like, You guys are working hard. Crack open a beer. Why not? You guys can have some, you guys can drink. You guys can have a good old time in the, where in the world do you go to work and you're able to drink?
Here,
Enlighten me.
here, right?
Okay, that's not helping. But see?
Yeah, we're gonna need some.
Yeah, we need some more
No, but
Modelo,
yeah,
but
that was a big thing, and I learned that now.
he learned it, but we fought. We fought, we fought, we fought. And he would be like, he would give me an excuse. Ah, it's because they work hard. And I'm like, I don't give a damn how hard they work. Because if the excuse is you work hard and you can indulge in what you enjoy, then a lot of people would be doing a lot of things they shouldn't.
Yeah,
So I think that a lot of the steps that we took, Jose had to learn something.
yeah,
And so I took a step back because I felt like us arguing about something that he wasn't going to understand on until he figured it out on his own was going to be like
no, I
the
agree,
thing. Say it
and that
again.
I said I agree, and that turned it around.
I think I need an apology. Yeah.
I agree.
I
I
think
needed to go through that.
apology. What?
I'm not apologizing for what the fuck for going through hell and making it work in business. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, he
How did they tie that up to the social media question?
they were asking about like
Did it
social
translate
media
over?
and business because they know we do both. So
Social media has been fun.
yeah, social
Creating
media is
content is fun.
it's night and day
There's days that we fight.
from the restaurant. Oh yeah, I'm ready to choke him
Yeah,
half the
but
time.
again, well, I'll rephrase that. It's not fights, but we disagree
Yeah.
on video ideas, or sometimes she don't bring the proper energy to make a video
No, no, no,
happen.
no. I will that's a lie because you do the same thing. The other day we did it. I came
There's
up with
days,
an
yeah.
idea and this guy thinks that his ideas are the best ideas and there's nothing past the idea that he has. So I literally tell him to do it and I'm literally like I know it's my idea, but give me more energy, like you want to make this damn video. And he did it and it makes me so happy when I see the numbers on our videos and I'm like,
Fucking
that's
videos.
what I thought.
They're like 2 million in 12 hours.
I
I'm like,
said, that's
fuck,
what I
man.
thought. Cause
I'm like, I'm ready to talk shit. And the fucking video goes off. I'm
that's
like,
what I'm
damn.
saying though. He thinks that I can't come up or produce something.
No, you can. And big shout out to everybody that watches our stuff. Um, our social media stuff, it's a job.
It
I
is.
think we've taken it just as serious as running the restaurant. So, maybe from the outside looking in, it also seems like it's just constant fun or things like that. And it is. We enjoy the hell out of it, but it's become a job. The discipline behind it, the having to record specific days, having
Every
to edit,
day.
having to
Mhm.
post, having to do all that stuff. So same thing. It's been a whole different learning experience and a whole bag of things that we have to deal with. So
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely night and day from the restaurant business to social media. Like I actually enjoy it a lot more. And maybe that's another stage that we've also hit is where we can enjoy something like this rather than maybe when did the restaurant business, if we were still with that same
yeah.
mentality, we would probably, I don't know,
Well, yeah. I mean, also different times. We running a restaurant is not for the weak.
at all.
Having a restaurant is tough. Hard work, slow margins. It's you have to rebrand and reshape yourself every day. So
Hmm.
just a little heads up for those of you that want to open up a restaurant or that think it's, oh, I'm gonna get rich in
Yeah.
4 weeks. Do your research, come up with a good business plan, all that stuff.
Hmm.
Restaurants are tough.
One more question about social media and business that someone asked was how do we handle the mean comments?
Mean comments, mm, I don't really. One, I don't pay attention to them. They also don't. They roll right off me. I don't even pay mind to them. I'll respond back here and there, but in a funny way. Um, yeah, I just don't. I don't deal with them. I learned that quick. People hate. Some people just wish they had what you have, and
Mhm.
it's just a sad way to live. So I don't pay no mind to them. But this is a question for you. How do you deal with the mean comments?
I actually am not what you might think I would be, honestly. I mean, maybe 6 years ago, I would have been starving myself and I don't
No,
know.
I don't mean that.
But what I'm
I mean
saying is
like
based on the comments now,
you actually enjoy.
I get a kick out of the
Yeah.
comments, to be honest. I'm a huge I'll scroll on social media and find a funny video and I'll read the comments because I crack up. And like I said 6 years ago, maybe some of the comments that I receive would affect me mentally to the point where like I'd want a physical change or something of that nature. But I think that now I'm completely different. Like people call me big back football play. I'm built like a football player. I look like Jose's. I think the freaking first
The
uh
first podcast we did.
podcast somebody was like, "Are they brother and sister because they have the same neck?" Fuck you. Anyways, um
I well, hold on. I have a I have
dude.
an actual story on a comment that it didn't bother me, but I lived a very what's it called? It was real because I ran into the fucking guy.
Mhm.
But this was when we first started making videos. Remember that, and we started making videos on Mofongo first. So it was like I want to say it was like it was before the 20th video. Videos were doing good. We had gone viral just about every video, and somebody commented, uh, something like, "Oh, way to be a clown. Good luck closing in 4 months."
Oh yeah, I remember
Right?
that.
It was something like that. It was along those lines. I can't remember. Man, I wish I could find the damn video in the comments. Too many. But he commented that, and I read it. Now at the time, the restaurant wasn't doing well.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest fears I had was, holy shit, I can actually close up. And that comment bothered me, but it didn't bother me as much as it, like when I read it until I went to Publix to grab the kids' sandwiches. And the guy in front of me, because Port St. Lucie's small, guys, the guy in front of me who's ordering sandwiches turns around and greets me. Oh my God, it's the Mofongo King, right? Bro, I only saw his fucking face like if I was watching a profile picture on Facebook. So, me being who I am, I shook his hand and I was like, oh, hi. He's like, bro, I love everything you do. You guys are so funny. I love your restaurant. I love your dad. And I wanted to spit in his fucking face,
Mhm.
but I didn't. And
I think
I
that
think I
says
called
a
you
lot
immediately,
about
right?
you. Yeah, I remember that
But
day.
that was the only time that a comment bothered me, and it didn't bother me when I read it. It bothered me when I ran into the dude because I'm thinking, bro,
The
how
fact that
fake
people
and stupid.
say things online and don't
Well, not only
understand,
that,
like,
just how two faced.
yeah,
Because people can say whatever they want. I know people get a kick out of it, and I think it's funny sometimes with the trolling and all that stuff. But for somebody local, you know, this a little bit more personal than what it was for the topics we were on. But we're the only Puerto Rican restaurant in Port St. Lucie.
mhm,
And the idea behind business, at least to me, is that we all support one another. So if I see another business owner making it happen with his food, I'm in there. I'm supporting. Now, whether your stuff is good or not, whatever. I'm not gonna go leave you a review, but I
yeah,
just might not come back. I might not frequent, but whatever. To each his own. But for me to see another Puerto Rican talk about us like that publicly, because whatever, if he has an opinion, cool.
mm,
But to do it publicly, that fucked me up a little bit, and it took everything out of me. Well, I think I called you immediately right after that. I
yeah,
said, I
he
can't
was
believe this
really
shit.
upset, but, like, not upset, but, like,
Oh, I
what
was
the
upset. I was
yeah,
upset, and I was embarrassed in a way because I'm like, bro, this guy's laughing in my face,
yeah,
telling me he loves my shit, but it was the video I posted that day, so I had posted the video like an hour before I ran into him. Like, that shit was crazy.
yeah,
And if you're watching this, what'd you do? Fuck
fuck you,
you. Yeah.
fuck fuck you.
Yeah, a big fuck you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say any of mine are like that. Like, sometimes I feel like there are trolls that make profiles on purpose just to say certain things, and it's, like, crazy because it's, like, things that either I have said to somebody that I no longer fuck with anymore, but then I see them in the comments and I'm thinking, "Hmm, let me click on the profile because I love to get a good look at the idiot." And it's a fake page, like, it's a blank page, so I'm like, I mean, I don't really have plenty of people that have anything against me. I don't feel like, but
No haters.
mm, no comment.
We
But
don't deal with haters. Get out of here. What are we? 22 years old?
no, exactly. Like,
We're, we
we
just
don't have
working.
beef with
We're working
anyone,
for a living.
obviously. It's just like one of those things, like, we've had situations where we're not in touch with people and people just seasons, you know? But yeah, no, the comments don't affect me like I see they affect maybe some of my other friends when it comes to like online. I do think it's very rude that people could just like take something from a 15-second clip or something and like talk about someone's body or what they look like, but it doesn't affect me. It rolls right off my big back. So if you think it affects me, fuck you. Anyways, um
I think we got into the social media side of things.
at the right time.
No, not at the right time, but we knew that like trolling and comments and were such a
Yeah.
thing, so we never dove into that side of it. We just created content and we kept it moving. So then that helped out a lot too.
To be honest, I think if it was like a few years before, I probably really would have hesitated. Because mentally, online, being on TV, social media, anything, like you can get a gang of like people who are literally not about you and make you question
Yeah,
yourself if
not
every video was like attacking
yeah,
something, you
not
know?
everybody has to like you. So
So I think that's a huge thing. I have three questions that could kind of lead into that like people want to know. Like story time based. Our most embarrassing date story. I don't know if you want to tell this one or me, but
our most embarrassing date story,
yeah, it was the first date,
our
honey.
first ever date.
Yeah, go ahead and give it to
We've
him.
never said this
Spitter.
on a video.
No, I don't
Wow.
think so.
Well, to make it short, we we talked for a few weeks before we actually went out on our first date.
Mm-hmm.
We go out on our first date. We are in Korea, mind you, and um, as wild as it sounds, Korea had a Spanish club called Calientes. So I thought it was a great idea to take her to a Spanish club for the first time because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, this is easy now, you know. So we go to the club.
Not
We
this
walk.
is easy. Who's easy?
Well, you know what I mean.
Uh.
We walk in. We go to the club. Um, I'm 21 at the time, right? You're 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
You had just turned 19.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. I want to say yeah because it was cold as shit, so it was winter time. So 21 at the time, I was drinking. Either when I hung out with my boy Rob, shout out to Rob if you're watching this, we used to drink Henny with a side of ginger ale, which was a wild, wild time for me.
Mm.
Or I was drinking Don Q and Coke
No,
with lime.
we had 151s at
But,
that
but,
time.
but this Bacardi, but those were shots. We were just doing shots. But what I mean to say by that is I wasn't a heavy drinker. I wasn't like very knowledgeable of like whiskeys or anything. We were just drinking whatever, right? So we get to the bar. I tell her, hey, what do you want to drink? Or I think you asked me, what do you want to drink? And I was like, I'll have whatever you're having.
Now he told her order. He was trying to be,
Yeah,
like,
like,
I got
yeah,
that. I
I'm like,
got you. So
yeah,
he's
just
like,
order.
order two of whatever she wants. And here I come. I
And
was in a weird phase,
this
guys.
wild motherfucker orders a Jaeger bomb. I didn't know what a Jaeger bomb was. That was my only time trying it. All I know is when this lady put that damn glass on the counter, glass was like that big, full of what was it, Red Bull?
I don't know what a Jaeger bomb is. I just know I used to
They put
drink it.
like Red Bull or whatever they put in it. with a shot of Jaeger. I think it was beer. I don't know. It was some. I don't even know what a Jaeger bomb is. All I know is that I looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a drink. It's not a drink. It's a shot.
Hmm.
So we fast forward to taking the shot. She takes the shot, which is extremely impressive. I don't do shots. If I go to take a Tylenol pill right now, I have to put it in my mouth. I have to go like that to fucking swallow a pill. So mind you, you give me a shot this fucking big. I attempted to take the shot, and I immediately spit it all out on the bartender's face. Luckily, the bartender knew us, that I was a frequent there, and she acted like she didn't see what happened. And
I had to turn my head, out of
yeah,
I didn't want to embarrass him for our
fast
first.
forward 14 years later, here we are. So that's
Mhm.
my most embarrassing date story.
And this actually ties into our story from before where I got arrested underage drinking. Because in Korea it's not legal for you to drink even though you're military, that it's 18 there, it
I was gonna
doesn't
say I thought it
matter.
was, but if you're military, you can.
Yeah,
Like the
in the
military doesn't
military,
let you.
they only
Yeah.
allowed in Germany for people to drink beer, which I thought that was
I wouldn't
crazy.
go on a limb and say that. I don't
They did.
can't quote that. I don't
No, I
think that's the
I
case.
knew, but obviously I think it was at the like the company's discretion or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's how I ended up, doing that. So don't underage drink. That's not what we're promoting here.
Yeah.
um,
Don't drink Jaeger bombs.
and that
Grow
too.
up. Do some whiskey on the rocks.
Well, I was young at the time, so
Fucking Jaeger bombs. Disgusting.
um oh, okay. Someone asked about like if we got married when we first when we were in the military, and the answer is no. We got married through the court,
We got married
and
in the military.
yeah, but what I'm saying is we didn't have a wedding. Sorry, that was what I
Yeah.
meant. So we didn't have a wedding. We were young. We were, paycheck to paycheck. We're um parents of two at the time, and I just didn't think that it was a good idea to like waste money on a wedding. I used to be the girl that used to think about weddings, and then I was like back and forth. I was like, ugh, marriage, like weddings, waste money. I'd rather
Yeah.
do it on a honeymoon, right?
You
But
did it the right way though.
I think we did it the right way. We were young. Halia was 8 months old, and we went to the courthouse and we invited our closest friends at the time to come see us. Um, get married there with the judge.
Yeah.
And then I told myself, and I obviously expressed to Jose, like, I'm more of like I don't know. I guess I wanted to be a little realistic. Like, if we can make it to 10 years, it's a reward to ourselves to do something, like have a wedding that we didn't get to have. And so 2 years ago in November 30th to be exact, we decided to preserve that date and we went to Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, to do our vow renewal of 10
Mhm.
years. So can't believe it's almost 12 years already. I feel like that's insane. But
I feel
yeah.
old as shit.
Um so that and times we almost gave up, because a lot of people are saying that it's always pretty to see the good things online, and this was like the last thing that I like read.
I don't have
So
specific times, but multiple times.
um honestly, the entrepreneurship thing was very difficult to navigate. There was a time where we moved down here to Florida and Jose was trying to figure out what he wanted to do, and we ended up in the mini super, the grocery store, where we also have a taco truck. You guys should definitely check it out in the area. It's authentic Mexican tacos, amazing. Put a couple pounds on that. Um, but so before we really like knew what we were gonna do, we were staying with Jose's mom and dad on the beach, and my car, Jose got into a car accident with his dad on his way from picking him up one night, and then we had one car. So that was a huge thing, like, the commute to work, Jose would have to leave to work all day, and I had to stay at home with the kids with, like, no transportation. I'd say that was, like, one of the challenging times for me. Entrepreneurship is just not easy, especially depending on what you do go into. But I think that it can make the best of a couple, if you
Yeah.
survive it. So yeah, I'd say that was mine. I don't know if you had any.
Specific one? No.
Jose's like a horse.
Wow.
Like if you just put the blinders
Get
on,
that? Oh, I thought she was gonna talk about something else. Like,
no.
hey, clip
If,
that.
if you put the blinders on, Jose's gonna go and like nothing bothers
Mm.
him. So it's
Yeah.
almost like unless I'm crazy to the point where like I push him over the edge, which there's been a couple times.
Yeah, there's been situations. I think every couple goes through them, but as far as like one specific that stands out, no. And obviously never I guess never being in that mindset. Cause I'm not, I'm not married to be in the mindset of, well, if this shit gets crazy,
Mhm.
I'm leaving your ass.
You have said that to me before. You said if I
No.
end up like a certain
Well, no, but
someone that I'm gonna leave out of here.
that's joking though. Like it's not what it is.
Uh,
I don't yeah. No, I think we're good.
mm.
Yeah.
So, overall, any of the common misconceptions, obviously, everything is based on opinion, right? So, this is us speaking from our point of view as husband and wife for almost 12 years and
Sheesh.
together for 14. So I really would enjoy, and I thank you for the few who had messaged me some of the things that you guys wanted us to talk about or that you wanted to know about us. If there's anything else, just comment, DM. That way we can talk about it.
Yeah. Feel free to check us out on our social media pages. My personal one, Jose Mofongo. Hers is Hawaiian Aura. Feel free to write. We'll probably post a clip on there
Yeah.
this week. Feel free to write on there. If not, right here on the comment section on YouTube. Comment any topics, any ideas. We have multiple segments going on in this page, guys.
Yeah.
There's one asshole that on the first video we put, he put boring. What is it? Fuck you, right? If you don't like it, don't watch it. But if you do like it and enjoy it and watch it, thank you. Comment on there. Let us know. We do read them. Sometimes it takes us a few days to kind of get through everything just because of we run our social medias. We don't have a team
Yeah.
or any of that. So we do read everything.
Mhm.
We reply when we reply, it's us, that kind of stuff. So again, write us on there. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys want to see or hear of anybody in specific. We'll try to make it happen. Um, don't forget to subscribe and like the content and share it.
Yeah.
Anything else,
That's it,
young
guys.
lady?
Thank you for
Nothing.
listening.
Thank you. And see you later.